Hey guys, and I'm pretty sure those of you watching this notice that this is not terrain. This is a huge Grey Knights Adeptus Mechanicus army. I know what you're asking yourself. What are these amazing figures that are sitting here, and why are they coming through your studio? Well, that's because we are now going to start offering painting services. So, I'm just going to do this slow pan over, and that is over and done with now. Now we're going to introduce the artist who did this. This is Lathe.
Hello.
Lathe is awesome. He did all the work on this, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about this army.
So, I've been collecting for about three years now, and I've just barely started playing. But I've really had fun painting everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we got three Razorbacks with las cannons. Everything's interchangeable, as you can see. Two las cannons, my custom assault cannon guy right there.
Which looks cool. What is that, a Tau
That's
crisis suit?
That's actually from a front mission model that I cut up.
Oh,
and
nice.
you'll actually see those on some of the Mechanicus stuff that I used on them. And then we got a couple chimeras all decked out. I kept the guns. I know they're useless now, but I just think they look cool. So.
And honestly, for a lot of these models, that's the most important factor.
Yep. Magnetized, all the things.
Oh yeah, I just want to say right now, this whole army has the most magnetization I think I've seen in a long time. Everything's magnetized.
With the exception of my Inquisition henchmen, they are not magnetized.
Yeah, let's look at some of these infantry too. So let's start with these guys. Tell me why there are Dark Eldar looking models over here.
Because I refuse to pay $16 plus for their death cult assassins. So, instead, in my fluff, we have hired some Dark Eldar as mercenaries for my death cult assassins.
So these are like Dark Eldar, rogue Dark Eldar elites that have started working for the Inquisition.
In return for services or artifacts or, torture.
Yeah, because
they're good at that.
Because it's pretty established in the fluff. The Inquisition is not against hiring Xenos, depending on which faction, right?
Right. And then we got I do not care for the Inquisition Monkeys. So we basically made a tech priest, just kitted out with guns because they can use all those different weapon profiles.
Nice. And then these guys are what exactly?
They would be just Inquisition henchmen. I just used the scions. I think is what they were called. And then we have my homemade Inquisitor, the head of a Dark Eldar,
Nice.
Of course. But yep, I want to make her look like she was kind of just running into battle.
Yeah. So then you got your
Battle servitors, some plasma cannons, a homemade heavy bolter made out of psi cannon.
nice.
His legs are all sorts of just cut up bits that I just used.
Looks cool though.
Same thing over here. Just two squads. They're basically the same.
So they're just basically the same thing.
Yep.
And then let's move over to these guys over here. I notice you have a bunch of cool looking Terminators.
These were my first Forge World models that I picked up, and I was like, I want to make some Grey Knights out of them. So gave them a Storm Bolter, power weapons, and give them some Grey Knight Paladin heads.
Nice.
They'll get repainted in the future, so I want to update them a little bit.
Yeah, because these were your first models.
Yep.
So this is the first test for this particular paint scheme.
And then I have my kit-bashed assassins. There's my Vindicare assassin. So I didn't want to buy the whole box or go online. So I just had a bunch of bits left over.
Oh, what is this? Pull this over here. I want to see the details on this
This is
thing.
my Eversur assassin.
Let's take a look at this.
Taking out a Dark Eldar.
Yeah, look at this. See if we can focus in. It's like what, ripping through her face?
Yeah, just taking her head off, basically.
Okay, guys, look at this detail. Like the claw is literally taking her head off, and it's in the process of exploding. That is just cool, sir. Eversur don't mess around. It's well painted too. Okay, so let's also look at some of these bigger things now. So you got a Land Raider here, right?
Yep, that was my first Land Raider. He's gonna get a new paint job.
He's still pretty good though.
that red really popped, and I really like the way it came out. But he's gonna get updated.
Yeah, because he does stand out a little bit compared to the rest of the army.
Blam, red.
And then you have this.
One of my Storm Ravens. I like the way this one came out. He's gonna get a repaint on his wings. I want to start learning to do some more freehand stuff.
So I love the battle damage. It's like exhaust damage.
The re-entry burns.
The re-entry burns. That is so well done, and it's like all over the place here.
Yep, and he's fully magnetized, so he can swap out all of his weapons if he needs to for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing I really love about this is like if you look at these guys too, all of these are magnetized. Like I'll let you go ahead and show that off. They're all magnetized.
Hands magnetized. For whatever reason, I magnetized their shoulders so
that you can pose them in the game.
Same thing with all my other not so gray knights.
Nice.
Everything's magnetized on them. Shoulders.
We'll come to those here in a second. Let's finish looking at the Storm Raven for a minute. So yeah, just wanting to give these guys a little bit of a close-up on all this. Look at all this sweetness. I really like your style on this. This particular army is a very striking look. I think it combines Adeptus Mechanicus very well. And then let's look at these big walkers. These are your converted Dreadknights.
Yes.
So let's pull that bad boy out there.
I was not a fan of the baby carrier.
The baby carrier.
Carriers, yep. So I basically turned him into a glorified Dreadknot.
So he's glorified Dreadknot. So just to give people an idea, look at this.
Once again, all fully magnetized. Everything. Even his jump pack.
His jump pack, even his like torso's magnetized, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, like the torso's magnetized for easy carry.
And storage.
If I can get the torso back on, there we go. See, I touch it and everything, you know. That's just because I haven't actually touched it before. But yeah, this is really cool stuff. I really love that all this stuff is magnetized and it looks really nice. And then you've got this dude back here with some sort of weird shieldy thing around him.
Yep. He's one of my Mechanicus infiltrators. It was my first kind of shield test. So I hope to do some more in the future, and I'll do a little bit more detailed versions of them.
So it's supposed to be like an energy shield, right?
Yep, it's his 5+.
Ah, that's his 5+ invuln. That's great. Well, what has an invuln save? All the things with orb shields around them. That's a cool looking model. And then let's take a look at that massive knight back there as well.
And he is fully magnetized for easy storage.
Yeah. Most people do magnetize their knights that way.
Yeah,
because they're such huge models.
It's the only way to do it.
So let's go over some of the details on this. I see you did a little conversion work on them with the Inquisition symbols and. And is that's the regular head?
That's the regular head, and that little bit to the right or to the left would actually be.
Are these actual gun shells?
Those are actual 22 shells.
Yeah, because I mean they're big enough to actually look like they would go into.
Yep, and they work perfect.
Yeah,
so anybody doing
great.
Anything like that, I recommend those.
22.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, those work. Those would work really well. So let's take a look at them from behind as well. What I like about this is that all of it ties together really well. The consistency on the army, like the paint scheme. Everything looks really awesome together. I mean, everything looks awesome on its own as well. But, yeah, the whole army looks amazing. All right, and let's take a look at these Grey Knights right here. So these are just your paladins?
Actually, they're just my Terminators.
Mm-hmm.
And then I run them as paladins as well. Mm-hmm. It don't matter. Very rarely do I get that many Terminators out there, but when I do.
We won't bother like pulling all these out to show off the magnetization. They're all magnetized.
Yep, they're all magnetized with the exception of my the one with the blue long spear in the back there.
Mm-hmm. This guy right here?
Yep.
Still, the OSL effects on these are really nice. You got these two characters right here? That's Drago and...
Actually, all three of these, this is one of my Grandmasters right there.
Mm-hmm.
With the Psy Cannon upgrade. We got Drago, my Librarian, and my Tech Marine. with the...
Is this a custom one?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, let's take a look at him.
He's the Tech Marine and with the upgraded, I can't remember the name of the relic armor. So, and then upgraded with a
So his
conversion beamer.
Does his arm move around like his gun arm?
Yep, it does actually.
Oh, look at that. That's so cool.
If I wanted to, I could actually like move it out here. Whatevs.
That's neat. And you built that custom, like just from bits?
Just from bits I had left over, and that's actually one of the 22 rounds.
No.
22 shells.
Oh no. So don't hit that one really hard. Don't drop that model. You might shoot yourself. Just so you guys know, we will not put 22 rounds into your. We're not put no live ammunition in your miniatures. You're not gonna fail your invulnerable save and then it shoot you.
Yeah, we don't want you to throw in the model and then it actually going off.
Yeah, so that will not be a thing. We will find other bits, but this is his personal army. So we'll just say that he likes to live dangerously. Okay. This is all really cool looking. And then what's up with these guys with the blue around their bases?
They were my first Terminators. They're going to get redone here not too long. Okay. I was trying to go for some kind of weird special OSL effect on the ground. It didn't quite work out like I wanted, but they'll be getting redone.
Okay. Then you've got your rank and file Grey Knights over here, right?
Yep. All my regular strike squads, they double as purgation squads, and as what are the other ones? I can't remember what they're called. It's the other ones.
This guy looks really cool. This one right here, and they're all magnetized as well.
They're all fully magnetized.
So you can even tell when I'm moving them because the magnets are in there. That's great.
And then we got a custom Castellan Crow. He's homemade.
Nice. And then so we've got back here a little crew of Adeptus Mechanicus guys. What are those, the Scutari?
Yep, we got same thing with all the infiltrators, and then these are all homemade, I think they're called Castellan robots.
So you made these homemade Castellan robots?
Yes, I actually used the Forge World torsos, and their arms, and kind of their shin bits. The other parts, like the feet, the thighs, that's all from some old front mission models I had that were just sitting around doing nothing. I used them.
That is really cool.
So, and I liked them. I liked the way they turned out. Turned out a lot more beefier than the original models. They just look a lot cooler to me.
Yeah, and let's look at the other one too. He's basically the same thing, just slightly different pose, right?
A little different pose, and his legs are actually a little bit different as well.
Sweet.
And their arms.
Well, he's just a Mark II rather than a Mark III.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. Yeah. It works.
Yeah. They're always the 5.6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Unfortunately, their gun is not magnetized due to this unit right here. I thought about it, but I just didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks so cool the way it is.
I'll just run it as the flamer, the other option with the flamer. But
well, it's Adeptus Mechanicus. Maybe they have multiple ammunition loaded in there. You never know.
There you go.
Yeah. Maybe they are the high
flame rounds. That would be insane.
Flame rounds. Yeah, they just load the flame round and boom. I mean, that works in video games. Why can't it work in 40K?
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you've got this other Dreadknight.
This is my other Dreadknight. He was my first one. I actually got him off of a Santa gifting thing off of Reddit. Somebody gave him to me, and I converted him.
And what I like about this is that you've done away with the baby harness look in a way that looks really pleasing.
Yep. I was really happy with it.
It makes him look more like a Dreadknight than a dude, getting ready to tell the alien queen to get away from her. You bitch. Then your last Storm Raven.
Yep, and he was my other first Storm Raven. Had a lot of fun with him learning how to do some more re-entry damage, stuff like that.
So yeah, that is an impressive army, sir. And I'd just like to comment that Lathe is also one of our artists. So he can duplicate this. If you like this army, if you want something like it or it inspires you, give us a shout and we can do a project quote with him to see about getting you an army like this. How many points is this, Lathe?
Oh, we're looking probably right around maybe 4K.
So this is like an apocalypse force.
Yeah, 4K to 5K maybe.
That is an
5K
amazing.
5K with upgrades if we went full out.
So this is a 5,000 points of Adeptus Mechanicus and Grey Knights allied list. We need to get a battle report on this thing, don't we? Yeah, we need to do that. We've also got a couple of other armies that are coming out here soon. We've got a Chaos Space Marine army that is actually a unified Chaos Force. And then we've got a Magma Tyranids army that's coming out here soon. And those are going to be pretty fun. So expect to be seeing some battle reports involving Lathes Grey Knights here soon. And you remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you are interested in getting some of this commissioned with us, hit us up at projects@titanterrainstudio.com. And we will be able to get a quote for you.